What's up with it, y'all? I'm back at it again. This time, I got a black e36. You feel me? So, it's already stick shift. We ain't worried about that, man. It's already manual. You know what I'm saying? We ain't worried about that. It's already there. But I was having some issues with it messing up, like sputtering and tripping. So I pulled the manifold, and come to find out, I find that so when you pull the manifold on the bottom, you got that piece right there, right? So 9 times out of 10, those little clips that go right on that thing is broken. So most people just zip tie a little piece through there and keep that cracking. So that was loose. So vacuum was just going shooting through there. Manifold gaskets look fine, so I'm not gonna change those. But this looks fine, so I'm not gonna change that. But most definitely that. So while I was in there also, you go up under there, you got the idle control valve that goes right there. I disconnected that, I pulled that out. So idle control valve is over here. I took it out, I cleaned it, and I cleaned it out with some brake fluid. So now it's all clean in there. Before it was all dirty and messed up and all that. So cleaned out the idle control valve. Also cleaned the hose that goes to it, the lower hose. I cleaned it up, make sure there wasn't no holes in it. Make sure, you know, everything's solid so it won't be none leaking. And then this is the prime suspect right here. So you see that gasket right there? That's gone. That little O-ring. So air is coming through there. And then this is broken right here, so it couldn't even clip inside. Yeah, man. So I got a new one of these. I'm gonna replace that. And then there's a top hose. Top hose looks fine. I cleaned that also to make sure with no holes or nothing. So, yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Pulled the manifold. Seen a big old spider up in there. Man, that thing was vicious. Pulled the manifold, seen a big old spider up in there. I don't know, he's still in there somewhere chilling. I ain't gonna bother him as long as he don't bother me. You feel me? As long as we stay out each other's way, we good. You know, hopefully later maybe he'll burn up in there. Who knows? But for now, we both out of each other's way. So, got the idle control valve clean. Got all the hoses clean. This little vacuum hose that goes in there looks fine. So, I'm gonna replace that piece. Also, the intake manifold is supposed to have, I think, like 7 bolts. It only had like 3 or 4. Let me see. Yeah, 7 bolts. It only had like 3 or 4. So this wasn't even bolted down right. So we'll get everything bolted down right. Already got that cleaned up. Yeah. Then we're gonna put everything back together. Also, these be leaking. You gotta make sure your boots ain't cracked. So it's like a brand new boot. So I ain't worried about that. I'm gonna put that back on. Yeah, man. So let's get it cracking. All right, so like I said, man, these gaskets look fine. I put that back on. Everything's cleaned up. Put some Teflon around it just to ensure the seal. You feel me? So now everything's ready to go back on. Throttle body gasket looks fine. Slap it on. Let's get it. So I like semi-something got the manifold on. I'm gonna finish it up. I'm gonna bolt down the last 3 in the back. That way I can get this over. Then I gotta go to the hardware store and get 4 more bolts. So I think I'm down first. Go to the hardware store, get some bolts so we can get this cracker lacking. We got all them bolts out. That's out. I'm starting with those bolts first because that's like the hardest. So now I'm about to move to the other side. All right, so I got the other side off. So both sides are off now. Now, what I'm gonna do is, there's two 13mm for the sway bar. One on this side right there, and then one on that side right there. I'm gonna take those off and I'm gonna zip tie the sway bar up so it's out my way and then I have access to these two bolts. I'm gonna take those two bolts off and then I gotta take off the drive shaft bolts. And then the diff should come out. And then we'll swap it out for the other diff. And yeah, we'll be rolling. So let's get it. So now you got the 4 drive shaft bolts. Already took off 2 of them. These are the last 2. And I already disconnected the speed sensor. So we're getting somewhere. Getting somewhere. Now I gotta get the jack so I can jack it up. For leverage. So all 4 of those are out, we good. So I can loosen it a little bit. So now it should just come right out. So now I got the right size. Yep. And this side now, we'll be good. All right. Now it should come right out with the jack. Let's see what's holding it. I forgot about the other bolt behind the diff. I forget about this bolt. Good job. See? Also for some bullshit. want y'all to see it. It's out. I'm not doing damage to my light. I got lucky. What is that? It's out, dog. And it's out. Hate loaded discs, man. So now we can put the regular one back in and get it cracking, but not right now.